anger is a lot like acid in that it does more damage to the container that it's stored in than the thing that is poured on. And Paul put it this way in Ephesians 4:26. Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your wrath, nor give place to the devil. And so Paul's talking about anger that just kind of lingers and it bubbles up overnight. And it produces bitterness and resentment in our lives. It just kind of eats us from the inside out. And it does more damage to us than it does to the person that we're actually angry with. And he says that kind of anger is like giving Satan a foot in the door in our lives. He's the one that's responsible for those kinds of feelings in the first place. And what we're doing is we're giving him opportunity to come in and take advantage of his own efforts. And so even really temporary anger is rarely righteous. Now, Benjamin Franklin said that anger is not without cause, but rarely a good one. Yes, Jesus was angry in his life at certain times. But no, we are rarely angry for the same reason Jesus was. Jesus was angry that his father was being hurt by somebody else's actions. But usually we're angry because somebody else's actions has hurt us. Ours is kind of self-focused. It's selfish. Verse 31, he talks about the progression of this kind of anger. And it says it produces bitterness, wrath, and anger. It just kind of builds up on the inside of us. Those are things done in here. And then it explodes out in clamor. We just kind of yell at them. And then it's expressed in evil speaking and malice. Those are things that we do to try to hurt somebody. And so it begins with a building up on the inside, an explosion, and then an expression in trying to do harm to somebody. That's just what anger does. And so are you one of those people that's constantly quarreling and fighting with others? Could it be because of bitterness? And don't forget where James says that quarrels and fights come from. It comes from our own selfishness. And so anger is like acid, and we need to do something about it. That's why Paul goes on to say that we need to work on being kind to one another, tenderhearted, and forgiving one another, even as God in Christ has forgiven you. Are you angry with your coworker, your neighbor, your friend? You need to go to them and forgive them. Are you angry with your brothers and sisters in Christ? Then you need to do what Jesus said and going to them, talking it out, working it out with them, and being ready and willing to forgive them. Don't forget what God in Christ has done for you. Are you angry with your spouse? I'm going to give you the same advice that my great-grandmother gave me. Don't go to bed angry. Stay up, lose sleep, do what you need to do, but fix it before you go to bed. Are you angry with your child? Well, here's my challenge to you. Don't yell at them. Do you ever wonder why children check out as soon as we start yelling? Well, it's because they have a shot of adrenaline going to their brain, and they are literally in flight or fight mode. So get a control of yourself, calm yourself down, and then go to them and instruct them. You know, we as Christians, we don't want to give Satan any more room in our lives than he already has.